I want to talk about the power of being intentional rather than being, quote, busy. Being an intentional person is everything. I am definitely a busy person, but not really. I get my stuff done. I have a lot I do every day, but I'm doing it with intention. I'm not just marking things off a checklist. And with how intentional I'm being, I'm getting a lot done in a short period of time that a lot of people don't understand how I get it done. So I guess this episode I want to do more than just talk about that. I want to talk about the whole culture of a hustler, as what some people call it. I don't know. Some people call it a hustler, some people call it a business owner, bootstrapper, whatever you want to call it. But for me, right now I'm working. Yes, I'm on the beach. I'm enjoying a sunset. But while I'm sitting here on the beach looking at the water and the sunset, I'm being intentional with my thoughts. There are times, obviously, I just let my thoughts run and it's just random stuff going on in my head. But as I've talked about previously, is I'm very big into energy and understanding it. And I haven't done an episode on it. I need to, but that's going to be a really in-depth, long episode that I just need a couple hours to record and then even more to edit it. Again, I need to be intentional with that. But the whole idea of people that think entrepreneurs or hustlers or bootstrappers, whatever you want to call them, that they work 24/7, 365, isn't really true. Because while yes, I'm always, quote, working, I'm just being intentional with my actions. So while I'm sitting out here on the beach, I'm still working. Obviously, I'm doing this, but this is more of just a thing I want to do to share my journey. But I'm thinking about things I can do to change, things I can do to alter what I'm doing, things to make things smoother, how to bring in more income with less payout, things like that, right? So just being intentional with what I'm doing is key to being productive as an entrepreneur. So the difference between just being busy and then being intentional, you have to understand that, right? And the reason I'm able to sit on a beach at any time of the year whenever I want and why I'm able to do it multiple times a year and come here every month is because of my parents doing the same thing. They are very intentional with their day-to-day lives. And this is more than just in the world of business. This is with everything, right? This is with just personal life. This is with lifestyle, mental health. And I guess that can take us down a rabbit hole of being successful is more than just what's in your bank account, right? Being successful is a mental game. That is a humongous bird. Being successful is a mental thing. It's more than just what's in your bank account. And a reason why a lot of people ask about my day-to-day life is because my lifestyle is on paper very successful. My bank account isn't looking how I want it to be yet, but for me to be able to be so disciplined and consistent is something a lot of people wish that they could do and have, right? And that's the thing. Being disciplined and having the daily lifestyle of intentional actions is not a gift. Literally anybody can do it. It's just a mindset shift that a lot of people just don't think they can do it, but they just haven't gotten to that point where they're like, holy cow, I can do this, right? And because I used to not be this way, it switched around 2020, 2021. It was a rough part of my life. A lot of things just weren't the best. And it took me to really get in my own thoughts and deep down to finally have this switch to understand what's real, what isn't, and to have these intentional actions every day to have a very successful lifestyle so then my bank account can look good in the future. Being successful is also just like a spirituality thing in whatever you believe. If you believe in a higher being, if you don't, if you believe in Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, there's so much to believe. And whatever you believe, if you're strong in it and you're faithful in it and it's leading you to good things, then you're going to be successful. And just having a strong foundation in whatever you believe, as long as it's leading you to good things and you're not doing unethical, bad things, you're going to become an incredible human at a very young age. I'm 19 years old. I'm not even 20. I'm still technically a teenager. And the amount of people that I meet or talk to that are twice my age, even just like 5 or 6 years older than me, that talk about how much I inspire them because of that, because of how I am, because of the things the things I've done. And that's all because of my mindset shift I had 6 years ago. Because of that and understanding how to be consistent and disciplined and have intentional actions and be successful in more ways than just what's in my bank, that's where it's made, right? And that's the thing that I haven't stressed enough. I think about it, but I haven't really talked about it. I've only ever talked about the business side of being successful, right? I've not talked about the actual personal side. And what does that look for you? Well, for me, personal success is going to look different than what it is for you. And what that means is it depends where you are in your life, right? If you are just not in a good spot, small wins are going to be success. So success is not one flat thing. Your successful lifestyle is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. It's a living document. If your life is a document, the success part never dies. It's changing, evolving, and growing every day. Success for me today looks a million times different than what it did when I started all of this 5 years ago. So what I mean by what success looks for me and success looks for you is going to be completely not the same. Success for me is getting up, going to the gym, eating 3 good meals per day, getting my work done, moving the needle 1%, and going to bed knowing I did everything I possibly could that day to become a better person. If success for you is just walking a mile, do it. And if you're doing it, that is amazing. But guess what? Eventually that has to change. That has to evolve into more. You can set a goal, reach it, and then stop. Goals have to continue to evolve and grow to the point where you really never reach an end. That is a thing that I fear. Oh, I just realized I was shaking the camera. I'm sorry. I'm a very fidgety person, and you were resting on my leg. Hold on, let me switch hands. My hand's starting to cramp. Oh, you're in my left hand now. What was I saying? Dang it. What was I saying? Oh, I don't think I will ever stop. And what I mean by that, because my dad's the same way, my grandpa's the exact same way. I set goals, and when I reach those goals, I'm like, what's next? I set more goals. I don't have a goal that I'm going to cap out at ever. I have multiple goals that I set and reach. And then when I reach a goal, a new one is formed. I have a overlying big goal. This is the mic, I can't do that. I have a big goal that's set that I want to be one day, but even when I reach that goal, I'm going to go to the next goal. And I feel like for me, that is my form of success. So you should write down whatever it is your form of success. And it can be a financial, it can be a personal, a spiritual, a physical, a mental, whatever you want it to be. Your form of success is just growing as a person as in a better way. And if you have a little bit of success every day, you're going to change. If you move the needle 1% every day, imagine where you're going to be in 100 days. And the 1% can be as small as just getting up a little earlier. So that's what I want you to do. Find your success. Find your 1% every day. And I guess that is going to be the message of the video. Like I said, I don't script these out. Find your 1% every day. Some days you're going to grow 20%. Some days you're going to grow 1%. But just always grow 1% every single day.